Hello everyone. It's been a little bit, but I'm gonna try to be a little bit more consistent now because I have picked out a couple shows for the spring. So obviously nothing will change yet because our first one is still not until for like another 19 weeks. So we get to kind of keep working and keep trying to grow a little bit before we start to cut down. So it is Saturday and I am here for my leg and booty workout. So I have been sticking with a lot of the same exercises, just the ones that feel really good for me, and trying to work to progress those. So I will go ahead and take you through that and we'll see where the rest of the day takes us. So I did start my leg day with some activation drills with the booty band and just some hip flow. I've shown some of the warm-up exercises I do with the bands in previous videos, but my first working set exercise was the split squat. So I am doing heavy split squats here. This has been one that I've really been pushing to progress. I have gotten up to 95 pounds for 10 reps on each side. And so I've been doing this little combo where I'll do heavy working sets here on this leg. And then before I switch to the other leg, I will drop these dumbbells and get down and do a single leg glute bridge. So you'll see that here pretty quick. This exercise is great for the glutes, the hamstrings. You get a tiny bit of quad, but you'll notice that I lean forward just a tiny bit, and that does help kind of emphasize those glutes a little bit more. This is definitely one that you can start with body weight too if you are new to lifting, but then you'll see after doing that leg, I drop down and continue on the working leg, and I do 20 reps of this body weight just to kind of finish out the glute pump here. I did 3 sets of that last little circuit, and then I moved on to a split stance or a kickstand deadlift. Now, I do like to add a band around my knees for this one. That just helps kind of put a little bit more pressure out and helps to engage that upper glute. I have found as well that using one dumbbell on the working leg side and then kind of shifting your hips in towards the side does also help with that glute activation for this one. Moving on to my third exercise, I did extra deep T-bell squats. So I do a couple different variations of this one. When I do go extra deep, I will use the bench because you get a little bit more range, and you will want to go lighter if you're going this low. I've also done it on some black boxes we have at the gym, and with that one, it's kind of almost more like a deadlift because your hips don't get quite as low because you'll be hitting the floor with those plates. But this is definitely a good one if you want to get a nice full range of motion. I did 3 working sets here as well for 12 reps. And moving on, we have a glute kickback on the cable machine. So this one, I do like this variation. So I kind of turning my toe out that I'm kicking back with, really trying to stabilize that upper body and just move through the full range of motion to where my hips don't rotate. If you go too high on this one, you will feel it in your lower back. So that's always an indication that you're trying to go higher than you need to. And the next exercise is going to hit those hamstrings a little bit. So this is one I've been playing with. I am not a huge fan of our curl machine that we have at the gym. It's standing like this as well, but you're kneeling, your one knee is kneeling on a pad, and it just doesn't feel quite right. So this is kind of a variation I've been using instead. So I just take the decline bench and attach my foot to the cable. The other nice thing about the cable is it is constant tension, so that hamstring really doesn't get a break here. I did 3 sets of this one, 10 reps on each side. Leg day is done. Now, one that I didn't video was just a final burnout on the hip thrust. So just light, I go put a band right above my knee and just go to failure, just kind of to get that last little booty pump and kind of finish things out. And of course I took about 10 minutes to stretch, really kind of focusing on those glutes and hamstrings and hips and just kind of making sure everything still feels good. So now I'm gonna go home and get me some food because I'm hungry. So I am back and I'm gonna make up a protein shake here. So lots of flavor options. Chocolate peanut butter, we have regular chocolate. This is a strawberry shortcake. I have a sweet cream cold brew, and this is just vanilla. Birthday cake tends to be the one I have post-workout. I just like it best, just blended, and then I will have a banana as well with it. I will also put a little bit of glutamine in here. I tend to save some of these other flavors for when I have a creamy. And you can also see that I have the pre-workout that I used today as well. I like to use the non-stem one, but HD stem protein or pre-workout's really good as well. So I also have the pink lemonade flavor here. So I'm gonna blend this up. You guys have seen my shake and fruit in a previous video, so probably won't show that here, but if you're curious, you can go check out one of the other videos I've done. I'm back. It's just a few hours later, so I got my protein shake in, and now I'm going to cook up some of my meats for the week. So one thing that I've found that's easier for me is if I cook all my meats on Saturday, and then Sunday I'll do my carb sources and my veggies and put my meals together. So this week I am cooking some ground beef and extra lean turkey. So I've been doing this extra lean turkey instead of chicken lately, and this beef is one of my favorite brands that I've been getting, grass-fed, grass-finished. So I will cook these up and just put them in one big container until I portion some of them out tomorrow. And then for the ground turkey, I will put all 4 of these on here. So paprika, garlic, chili powder, and coriander. For the ground beef, I will leave out the coriander and just put these 3 on there. So that's what I'll be cooking up. And then tomorrow I'll show you some of the carb sources and some of the veggies, and we'll kind of go from there. All right, it is Sunday and I'm doing up some of my carb sources and my veggies. So I've been using a lot of cream of rice lately. So I have this plain cream of rice done up there, and I'll put my ground turkey and some of my veggies in there. So I have asparagus, zucchini, and green beans. This one is the peanut butter cup one. I have that in the morning for my breakfast on my early mornings at the gym. I also have this chocolate cake one. Both these are really good. Just get a little bit more flavor in there. But I like the plain one to go when I'm doing like a meat source. So I'll put like some hot sauce in there with it. I'll do my veggies up in the air fryer, and then so the cream of rice is for the ground turkey, and I'm gonna put the ground beef with some just regular sushi rice that we get from Costco. We get it in the big bag. So we'll kind of do all these up, and I'll show you a picture of some of the meals done at the end, and we'll go from there. So here are the meals all done up. The cream of rice, turkey, and veggies, and then the beef, the regular rice, and some more veggies. So with the cream of rice that I have in the morning, the chocolate peanut butter one, I do have egg whites on the side, and I do those hard boiled just because they're a lot easier to take to work with me. Thank you so much for following along with me this weekend. Now that we've picked a show, I think I'm gonna do little updates every week just as we go along and as we get closer, so that you guys can kind of see the process and how things change. So if you have any questions, please drop them below. Make sure you like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.